A Karen stormed into my 150-year-old ranch, demanding I follow her rules. Too bad I'm the governor now. What happens next will change everything. Welcome, everyone. Before we dive into this epic story, I want to know, where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments below, and let's see how far this story travels. Now, grab some popcorn, because this one's going to get intense. Alex had always heard stories about their grandfather's ranch, the majestic piece of land that stood as a relic of a simpler time. But when the call came informing them of their inheritance, it was a bittersweet moment. Grief mingled with disbelief as Alex found themselves at the doorstep of a legacy that had endured for over 150 years. The ranch was still in remarkably good shape, though the years had taken their toll. Yet, it wasn't the weathered wood or the rusting fences that caught Alex's attention. It was the unmistakable presence of an enemy, a looming HOA, led by none other than Catherine, a woman with a reputation as the tyrant of the community. As Alex walked through the creaky wooden gates of the ranch, they had no idea that this inheritance would become a battle for not just their land, but their very freedom. Catherine, the HOA president, arrived like a storm on the horizon. With an attitude as sharp as her tailored suit, she wasted no time making demands. Her eyes scanned the ranch with a mixture of disdain and entitlement, clearly annoyed by the sight of a newcomer who didn't understand the rules. Alex stood in the doorway, silent but not passive, as Catherine launched into a tirade about landscaping violations, fence heights, and absurd HOA mandates. Catherine, with her tight grip on the community, had made it her mission to enforce every rule with ruthless efficiency. Alex, taken aback by her venom, realized that Catherine wasn't just an obstacle to their dreams. It was as if she viewed herself as the gatekeeper to the entire town. Every word that Catherine spoke felt like an echo of authority that had lasted far too long. But Alex wasn't one to back down. After the first tense encounter with Catherine, Alex retreated into the sprawling ranch house, determined to find out more about their inheritance. That's when Alex discovered the letter. It was tucked in a drawer, among old family photos and forgotten keepsakes, yellowed by time but still legible. Their grandfather's handwriting was unmistakable as Alex read aloud. The ranch is yours now, but so is the power to change things. The letter explained that Alex had inherited more than just the land. Grandfather had once been an influential figure within the HOA, quietly pulling strings for years. But it was the last line that stopped Alex cold. You are the new governor of this community. Alex stood in silence, letting the words sink in. The weight of responsibility and power became clear. They weren't just a landowner now, they were the unspoken authority in this place. A sense of calm determination settled over Alex. The ranch, their family's legacy, wasn't just a prize to preserve, it was a battleground, and Alex had the upper hand. The first real test of Alex's newfound power came sooner than expected. Catherine, clearly displeased with the idea of an heir challenging her authority, stormed back to the ranch with more complaints. This time, however, Alex was ready. The confrontation was intense, as Alex calmly informed Catherine that they held the ultimate authority over the HOA. Catherine scoffed, dismissing Alex's claim with a sneer, but Alex stood firm. In a tense back and forth, Alex outlined the legal power granted to them by their grandfather, pointing out that Catherine's rule had never been sanctioned by the community at large. Catherine, unwilling to believe she could lose her grip, tried to dismiss Alex's words as idle threats, but Alex's confidence shook her. This wasn't a battle that could be won with force. Catherine would need to learn that Alex was playing a much longer game, one she wasn't prepared for. The winds of change began to stir within the community. As Alex quietly navigated the delicate political landscape of the HOA, they found unexpected allies, longtime residents who had suffered under Catherine's iron fist. One by one, these neighbors approached Alex, voicing their frustrations and offering their support. Some were cautious, afraid of Catherine's retribution, but others were ready to stand beside Alex and bring down the tyrant who had ruled the neighborhood for so long. Yet, not everyone was ready to jump ship. There were loyalists in Catherine's camp, people who believed in her ironclad rule. As Alex worked to convince them of the possibility of a fairer, more balanced HOA, they faced constant whispers of opposition. The tension simmered just beneath the surface as alliances shifted, and Alex realized that gaining power was one thing, but keeping it would require more than just legal knowledge. It would require a deep understanding of people. The fateful HOA meeting arrived like a thunderstorm, the anticipation thick in the air. Alex entered the room, knowing that this was the moment everything would change. The room was divided. Half were supporters of Catherine, fearful of losing their privileges under her regime, while the other half silently cheered for Alex, hoping for a change. Catherine stood, as always, with her sharp words and threats, trying to rally the crowd against Alex. But Alex, calm and poised, stood tall and began to speak not just about the rules but about the future. They appealed to the homeowners' sense of community, of unity, and of fairness. As Alex explained the benefits of their vision for the HOA, a more inclusive, supportive community where all voices mattered, the room began to shift. Catherine's grip on the room was slipping when Alex dropped a final bombshell, outlining the legal grounds that gave them full authority over the HOA. The silence that followed was deafening. Catherine's smug smile faltered for the first time. When the dust settled, it was clear who the victor was. Catherine, defeated and humiliated, left the meeting without a word, while Alex stood victorious. The community, once divided and under her harsh rule, began to heal. The ranch became a symbol of hope, a place where people could come together to create a new, more balanced future. Alex wasn't just the governor of the HOA, they were the symbol of change and renewal. The person who had fought not just for the ranch, but for the community's heart. As Alex walked through the gates of the ranch once more, the setting sun cast a golden glow over the land. They knew the battle had been won, but the work was just beginning. And for the first time, Alex felt truly at home.